Yo, 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 I'm back. What's up, boys? Today, what I wanted to do is I wanted to make sort of like a hit piece on the education system because I'm deep in the weeds of it right now. There's 4 weeks left, and I've been going through a lot, like every single day for the entirety of the day, just going through it, just on the verge of, you know what I mean. Right? So I thought maybe it'd be healthy to get this off some of my chest, spill forth some of these things that are driving me so insane, and maybe someone would relate. Maybe something will even happen. Someone will be like, "Oh, that's a good idea. Why don't we implement that?" Right? So that's why we're here today. I've structured this appropriately into 13 reasons why school fucking sucks. Okay, I'm going to be talking about college, right? But a lot of these are applicable to high school, middle school, all that. So, yeah, everyone's included here. We're just here to whine and bitch. Alright, so what's the first reason? It's the role reversal of who is paid and who is paying. Now, I know, like, when you're a professor, that's an actual job, right? You're doing actual work, you have actual things to do that consume your time. It's stressful, right? So you should get paid for that. But that same sentence I just said is also way more true to the students. They have to do, like, if you look at the scale of it, the professor does this amount, the students collectively do this amount, and they're continuously getting piled on. So in the same respect that the professor deserves a little bit of pay for the work that he's putting forth in trying to get us educated, we deserve some sort of reward at all, other than like a mark that indicates how fucking stupid you are. That doesn't encourage anyone, that doesn't put any food in any bellies, make anyone sleep nicer at night. It doesn't fucking pay, okay? It's fucking zero. I could give you a fucking 60, write it on a paper, School of fucking Buddha the Shooter, and give you that. Does it do anything for you? No, it fucking doesn't. I will admit that's a little bit short-sighted because the School of Buddha the Shooter isn't a recognized institution. But still, it doesn't pay. It's not rewarding. It's not fulfilling. It doesn't grant you that, that was worth it. I'm going to keep doing it because I was satisfied with that interaction. Doesn't happen. So yeah, it's just, this guy gets paid because he's showing up and doing this brain pain. But you don't because he's older than you. It's fucking ageism. Anyway, let's get into the next reason. The next reason is the pressure of it. The system is, like, if you lose, you're looked at as a failure. You have to financially go through it. You're held back a year. There's all this pressure that if you don't understand something, that you're dumb, that you're going to be a hold-up, you're going to be the bottleneck in your own life, you're standing in your way, right? And that, it comes with all this, like, stress, this pressure just on your brain to make sure, okay, I have to be smart enough for this, I have to be smart enough for that. When really, you should just be looking at it as, I'm interested in this topic, I would like to know more about that. But you can't, because of all this pressure the system has built on you to juggle 500 things at once and make sure you solve every Rubik's Cube by the end of juggling them. It's impossible. It's stressful, and that it makes it associate learning the thing that you came there to learn, maybe out of passion, with brain pain. You're associating the thing that you like to do now with something that you hate doing. It's just stress. I want to be done. I want to be out of here, right? So it's not going to be organic. Your brain is going to see this material, this shit you crammed in it, and it's going to be like, that was just painful for the sake of Jim Bob or Rim Job or whatever the fuck the guy's name is. And you're going to delete it from your mental space. It's not an organic means of learning anything. It's just cramming and regurgitating, and who can do it the best. It's fucking unhealthy. Okay, and yeah, to piggyback on that one, I guess the third one is the continuous piling on, right? Like, if I'm talking with my friend, I prefer to talk in, like, one thing at a time, like one area, right? I don't want to be like, Okay, we're talking about like astrophysics. Out of nowhere, total topic jump, because I was kind of invested in that, right? But not only that, it takes some of your attention to mentally jump from place to place, right? So if it was one thing at a time, you got 14 weeks, right? You could do 14 different things, then it would be easy to just lock in, okay, for this course, I need to do this thing. If I can finish it, I'll be okay for this course. And if I'm not finished it, I got to work on this one thing, right? That would be so much more manageable. But they pile on, like, you got to study for this test, you got to do this assignment, there's 2 labs due tomorrow, did you do the quiz? Are you reading the content? Are you watching the materials? Are you coming to class? And it's all this overlap in each individual course, and then you're given 5 different courses, and you can't keep a single thing in your head straight. Even if you have, like, the phone app to keep yourself, like, organized, it's just on pile more and more on, and that's not, again, healthy mentally, right? When you're just trying to eat your food, and people keep putting more and more on your plate, and making sure you finish your plate before you leave the fucking dinner table. It's like, stop, it's too much. It's one thing at a time. I can't grasp all of it at once. It's just trying to jam 500 fucking square pegs through this little fucking narrow thread the needle fucking head I have. Anyway, what's the next point? The next point's on sick days, right? If you're a student and you're sick and you don't want to go to school, well, guess what? You didn't get the assignment, now you didn't know it exists, and now you didn't hand it in, and now you got a 0% out of 15% on your grade. Right? Well, sucks to suck. Attendance is pretty important, they'll tell you. It's mandatory. You gotta show up. That's your fault. But here's the thing. Every term, professors take 2 or 3 sick days. And for them, it doesn't fucking matter. Everyone is happy that they decided not to bring us all to this stupid shit place to be packed with bullshit we're all gonna fucking forget by the time we leave the building. Right? It's good. It's like, yay! We don't have to do this bullshit. We don't have to gather and say, Kimbaye. You know? So for when a professor has a sick day, it's like, yeah, go professor, even though you're getting paid, you can fuck this shit off, who cares? But when we get sick, when our students have a fucking day, we get penalized. It's like, you're paid to be here, and you have that advantage over me, and then you have that advantage over me as well. The fuck do I do anything? So yeah, that's just something that pisses me off. Alright, reason number 5 is the professor's snarkiness, right? Like, I can't be mad at you for being in an advantageous position over me, right? You found your way to success, you're climbing, right? We're both just dudes. You're a dude making your money as a professor. I'm a dude trying to get through school and get myself a job, right? We're just dudes, right? If we could coexist and that was the context of it, and it was just like, we're just dudes hanging out, like, you give me the work, I'll do the work, whatever, neither of us like it, go home, fucking forget about it. But it's the attitude just every professor has, like, 99% of them. There's maybe one good one out there. Someone find them and give them a raise. But every single professor just has this holier than thou. I know more than you. I'm the king. I'm here to teach you. You're here to learn. Sit down. Be humble. Mouth shut. Ears open. It's like, they all have this. And none of them, like, want to be your friend and explain how I would explain, like, exponents to my friend if he didn't know. You know? They all just want to, like, preach. Pretty much. Yeah, it's literally just status. It's, you're the student, whatever you say is unauthoritative compared to what I say, and it's like, why am I having the conversation if my shit's not going to be considered to have actual weight? Why am I here? Right? That's the fucking point of it. I don't know. It's just the general attitudes of these fucking narcissistic, snarky as shit professors. I can't keep fellatiating them every single day. No fucking pay. It just ruins it. If you were just calm, if you were just doing the job normally, and just not trying to make me feel like I'm dumb every time I ask a question, I'd have no fucking... I mean, I'd still have other problems, but, like, we could be friends, you know? We could get a fucking drink at the pubby after. No issue. But no, it's rarely like that. And I realize I'm putting this on the internet, and some of my professors might be like, wait a minute, he's talking about me. Am I a snarky professor? Probably. Probably you are. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Yeah, but you know what? The good news is all professors are. It's kind of like judges. They all have an ego complex, you know? So, you're not alone. Sorry, professors. Alright, let's get to the next point. Point number 6. Cheating. I don't cheat. My form of cheating is, like, just guessing when I don't know the answer, right? Like, on the multiple choice. But I wouldn't call that, like, cheating. It's not like I devised some ultimate scheme. I was just kind of making the most of the bad situation, right? But I don't mean that for cheaters. I mean the people that are gonna submit their work done by AI, and they're just gonna bring in like a cheat sheet to their test, or whatever the fuck, right? Just completely skimping the work. And I can't, like, okay, I can blame them because it's dishonest, but I can see their angle. The whole fucking system is just bullshit, right? It's like, if you can get in, get chewed up, and spit back out, the sooner the fucking better. It's not gonna actually matter at the end of the day, right? But when everyone cheats, the people that don't cheat, the people like me, they get stuck when they're doing the actual work and they're getting an honest 55, and you're gonna cheat and you're gonna get a dishonest 95. The professor sees, oh, well, a third of the class got 95, so this guy down here at 55 is probably just retarded. Ah, that sounds like an issue, not an ish meme. But the thing is, if everyone got an honest 55, the professor might be like, wait a minute, I'm squeezing these titties for too much milk. I gotta give them a break, you know? So, cheaters, go fuck yourself. Alright. I guess the next point was the point of the pricing of the food and the coffees and shit on the campus. Like, it's more than out there in the world, you know? Like, why are you upcharging students when literally included in the tuition cost, what was it, the one that's like, for like the amenities on the campus? Am I using that word right? Amenities? What the fuck does amenities mean? Desirable or useful feature of a facility. Okay, yeah, cool. So yeah, all that, it's way overpriced. Like, I could get pizza from like my favorite pizza place for cheaper than I can get pizza on the campus. And it makes no sense because none of us have a single fucking dollar. We're all overdrafted. All of us just want a fucking bite to eat. Why are you charging us out the ass? Because you can. Because we're fucking forced to pay for it. Because it's just a cash cow. It's like the textbooks. Oh, I forgot to put textbooks on there. That would have been a good one. You know, it's just a fucking scam. It's just because you can do it, you will do it, and we'll fucking, we'll suck the dick and like it. Fuck you. Right. That's the next reason. Mental health and self-esteem. Yeah, when you're tied to, when you're stuck riding the wagon, right? The bandwagon. You get lost in the sauce, right? You just want it to matter. Your brain tries to make some meaning out of the experience, right? Your brain doesn't want to admit, okay, this is fucking stupid, let's go anyway. Time piss fucking 6 hours a day, every day down the shitter. So your brain doesn't like that. Your brain gets into it. Your brain becomes enamored in the lifestyle that subconsciously you hate, because that's just how your brain works. It wants to make it fulfilling. I'll take a little sip here. Pretty good. Pretty good. So because you get lost in the sauce just by subconsciously being in the process, you start like buying into it. You start saying, okay, maybe I can get a 90 if I push myself really hard and I study really hard and I do all the work that the professor put forth. Maybe I'll get a 90. I'll feel good about myself. Maybe all this. I don't even need to be complaining. Oh, my self-esteem's low. I got low grades, Maybe I'll have good grades and I'll be the most chipper goody boy. And it'll all be great. But then, once that starts happening, and then you do all the work, and then you get scammed because the test doesn't reflect what actually you did in class, or in the assignments and shit, when that happens, it's like all that chipperness gets put in a wood chipper, right? Just all that trying to participate in the stupid game you fucking hate. It's just it hurts, man. It fucking hurts to get a bad grade back when you really try. So it feels like it's punishing you for actually trying to play the bullshit game that you hate playing, that you're paying money to be there for. All of it just so you can have a pretty piece of paper that says, I have an advanced degree in being a bitch. Can I have a job now? Fucking please. I just want to set up myself so I could go one day look for a wife, have some kids, settle down on like a ranch somewhere. I got $0 fucking in my bank account. I'm pulling like 55s in my classes. It's just bad for the mental health, man. Bad for the self-esteem. I feel like I'm not crushing it, even though I should be feeling like I'm getting after it every fucking day. It's how you interpret it, how you feel mentally. Holy shit, I've been going for like 17 minutes. Okay, well, let's keep going now. I'm sorry. I'm just fucking rambling, I'm sorry. Alright. So, the next one is the depersonalization and the desensitization. By that I mean like kind of like the continuous piling on where they overlap 500 things. Yeah, when you're overlapped with that, you start adapting to this continuous state of there's 700 more things to do. I know you just did 600, but that was the first half of the 1300 you were meant to do. So yeah, don't ever get comfortable ever. There's always more to do. Day or night, weekend or weekday, no, it doesn't fucking matter. It's literally 24/7. So when that happens, your brain is just like, okay, I guess the meaning of life is to be bogged down by unimportant schoolwork. And then you get stuck in that state. And like that pain of, oh, my whole soul and will to live is being circled down the fucking drain, doesn't even process anymore, and you're okay with it. And then that's the desensitization part, but the depersonalization part is because you're being overworked so much that all you ever do is this one thing. You don't care to do anything else, especially related to that. Like, I'm in electrical right now, and there's like been projects I wanted to just try, just to like tinker with my knowledge. And my passion has been shit right into my pants because of school. I don't care to fucking do it anymore because it just looks like work. It's like the point I made earlier about associating the thing you came here to want to do with brain pain and then not wanting to do it anymore. It takes away from the things you yourself naturally wanted to do. That natural inclination that brought you towards something is now repelling you. It's now not part of you anymore. It's just something that you want to push away as far as you can. That's not healthy. Okay, number 10. Holy shit. Number 10 is, again, an unfair advantage for the professors in that they don't have to give you your marks at any said date, which creates a lot of anxiety. There have been times, like I've wrote in a test, And I wanted to know the marks back because I need to know, am I going to be passing or failing this class, right? So I can plan accordingly. And then I'm sat there waiting for 4 weeks because some guy hasn't written the test yet, which, side note, if I hadn't written the test, if I just fucking shat my pants that day, got stuck on the shitter, and said, hey, prof, I'm currently on the toilet ass blasting, can I write this tomorrow? Professor would be like, nah, you're ugly. I don't know why I did the phone symbol. So I don't know why other people get to write tests late, but I don't, you know? Maybe they're having, like, dentist appointments and shit, and they told them way in advance. But still, the fact that you don't get... There's no pressure for a professor to give you your mark back at a certain time. There's no deadline for them, right? They just have to give you a mark at the end. And that just leaves you kind of anxiously waiting as the rest of the world is on fire, hypothetically, and you gotta run place to place to put out every fucking fire, and professors keep starting 4 a week. What was I talking about? Yeah, and it's just another thing to worry about. It's just marks you don't have back yet. That does put a lot of stress. That's yeah. Alright, number 11 is group work. Because no one is getting paid, everyone's just hungry and pissed off. No one wants to do anything. So you get two drunk, pissed off alcoholics in a room, they're gonna fight each other, right? All this tension built into them. You get them together, they're gonna wanna fucking fight each other. So it's similar. Luckily, not as many people are drunk. But yeah, it's like, we gotta do this workload. Are you gonna do this? Am I gonna do that? Are we both gonna do half of this and that? You know, it's like, now I'm more worried about what this guy is going to do or not do than I'm worried about, oh, there's this workload and I might get this grade, right? It's just another variable you can't account for. That's just stupidly weighing on the fucking plate, contributing to the 13 reasons why school is a fucking bitch. So yeah, group work, fucking stupid. I feel like this one kinda, the next one, is redefinition of intelligence. Like like you have sort of an idea of what a smart person is. Someone who uses like logic, someone who can anticipate effectively, right? But yeah, so you have this sort of idea what a smart person is, but then you get into school and it all becomes about grades and, oh, you see this person, they were out of the lab in 25 minutes and they got a 99% on it. They must be way smarter than I am. But really, it's just about them being like more dedicated to their schoolwork and they fucking read it way beforehand. And it's like, this person and I could be like challenged in different like cognitive tests, and I might do better than them, but because this person has a 90 in calculus and I decided it'd be more fun to beat my fucking meat at home and go to class, I got a fucking 22 in calculus. Now that person's smarter than me? Think about it. I'm kidding. That was a terrible way to make that point, but yeah, it's just this association with how intelligent you are to a fucking number. That's always stupid to me. Even like when you see online like Chris Langan, 500 IQ. It's like, well, there's more to being smart than just like high number, right? Like, how are you representing that intelligence? If you're just giving it a number based on some fucking 35-year-old guy's, I don't know why I said that like it's a bad thing, but you know, just giving a number based on some human's fucking judgment of you isn't a fair way to critique someone's intelligence. I think people know that. Like, I hope so. I hope I go out in the job or look for a job, It's not like you got a fucking 53 in op amps. You're fired. But yeah, so I feel like I'm slowing down because my mental is just getting to the end of my rant, okay? I'm getting it off my chest. But numbers, especially grades, in my humble opinion, represent your commitment to your education way more than they represent your actual intelligence. That's just something I wanted to say. School tries to change that. I'm not gonna let it fucking happen. Okay, the final point I'm gonna make in this video. I'm sure I could keep going. Like, I already thought of textbooks as a bonus one. Just ranting. So the 13th one is a lack of physicality. Everything you do is done with a shitty little pencil or a pen and a little notebook, and you got to take notes on your paper, and you got to type on your little laptop, but you never feel like you're actually building anything or working with something real or doing an actual task that has a real, like, accomplishment, right? It's always just, this guy printed this bullshit off for you so you could put some bullshit on the paper, and he could be like, that's pretty dumb, you can have 2/3. And then he goes and fucking watches TV for 10 hours. You know. Just, I want to physically do something. Give me a hammer. Give me a shovel. Something, right? I want to use my body. I can't sit in a fucking chair for 2 hours listening to you just a million facts a second and be like, so you got all that, right? Because it's all going to be on the test. And I'd be like, yeah, dude. Fucking treat that Scantron like a goddamn gambling session. Yeah, and that would help me do something, like installing a light fixture with my dad, like just physically doing something where this is the goal, this is what's going on. You can physically look at it, physically touch it. I learned way more than the actual engineering electrical course I'm in. Not even kidding. Not even kidding. The one fucking off thing I did with my dad, I gained more knowledge than all of the years in school. Because I'm throwing and because I don't care? No, because the system doesn't fucking work. It doesn't work. It's just pain in, pain out every fucking day. And that's the 13 reasons why I'm fucking feeling Hannah Bakery every fucking day. I'm gonna end this one. I love you all. Thanks for watching. Sorry it was such a downer one. Peace.